After months of relative quiet, mourners once again flood Baghdad's Tahrir Square, the epicenter of Iraq's protest movement. Dozens of demonstrators gathered on Monday to pay their respects to Mehdi Abdallah al-Tamimi, one of 2 people killed the night before when security forces opened fire at protesters demanding better services. These are the final moments Mehdi captured on his phone before he was shot dead. A dozen protesters were injured and several tents burned.
What protection has the Prime Minister provided to the protesters? What demands has he implemented for the protesters? He didn't provide any solution, not the simplest things. It's very silly that there's no electricity, no clean water. He didn't do anything for the citizens.
These are the first protest-related fatalities in Baghdad under Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi's watch. He was appointed in May to put an end to months of political crisis and mend rifts with protesters who have since October last year demanded a complete overhaul of the political system.
The military spokesperson of the Prime Minister has condemned the violence and has promised an investigation. He also said that security forces have been ordered to use force only as a last resort. But until now, the details of what happened last night remain unclear. What is certain, however, is that demonstrators are very angry at the government and they have little confidence that this government can actually bring those responsible to account.
When he came to office, the Prime Minister promised he would investigate the deaths of more than 600 protesters killed since October last year. Kadhimi's advisor told Aljazeera that he hoped this fact-finding process would restore trust between the government and its citizens.
This will be the first time in the history of the modern Iraqi state that the government forms a committee to highlight what's happened, to bring back the rights, compensate the victims. We will not commit the same mistakes. It will strengthen the law and restore respect for the institutions, the state and the citizen.
The latest deaths have cast doubt on these promises, raising fears that systematic violence could once again return to Tahrir Square, as well as questions about whether the Prime Minister is in full control of the security forces. Simona, Foltyn, Aljazeera, Baghdad.